Usually people will either meet one of the three or two of the three. Most people don't understand three of the three. So the three parts are: when you got derogatories, you have late payments, you have collections, those are red flags. You're not getting any funding with those.
When you say data points, put that into perspective for the listeners on if it's something that you get, how to get it, how to maintain it, or how to even make it look nice.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, most people, contrary to belief, a lot of people have been told that it's about a credit score. You need to have this number. Now, when it comes to business funding or funding in general, it's not so much about your credit score. It's about your credit profile. And your credit profile typically tells a story, right? So I like to use examples. So for example, if you came up to me and you said, "Hey, how's it going, bro? Nice to meet you. Can I borrow $10,000?" I'm probably not gonna give you the $10,000 unless if you said, "Hey, let me borrow $10,000. Look, I've been borrowing money for 5 years. I've been paying people back on payment plan every single month consistently, and I've never missed a payment." Then I might be like, "Well, bro, got a good track record. I got references that I can go and see that you've been paying it back on time. I'm a lot more likely to then think about giving you $10,000, right?" So that's the same way the banks look at us. So when you got derogatories, you have late payments, you have collections, those are red flags. You're not getting any funding with those, right? So that's step one, making sure that we clean it up. All right, 35% of your credit score is based on time payments. The next thing comes down to strength and age, right? So it goes back to the example I just gave you. If you can tell me that you got 10 neighbors, you got 10 friends, and you can show me proof that you've been paying them back over time, I don't care that you've borrowed a lot of money because you're showing me that you're responsible. That's how the banks operate. So if you don't have enough primary accounts, and for those of you who are like, what is a primary account? Anything that is in your name is considered a primary account. Auto loans, student loans, mortgages, revolving credit, installment credit, credit cards, lines of credit, all these things are considered primary accounts. All right, if someone needs to build up, like they're in a position where they don't have any primaries, I recommend credit builder accounts and these installment loans. And what those are is essentially they're going to allow you to sign up for a subscription base. You got things like Kickoff, you got a Kovo installment loan, you got MoneyLion installment loan, where essentially you're going to be able to pay either a one-time fee or a monthly subscription, and every month they're going to report to the credit bureaus that you've been paying them down.
Okay. That's kind of like, I had a Self credit card.
Self is one. Yeah. Credit Strong, Kickoff. You got Rent Reporter, Rental Karma. You got all of those. So that's a great way to start building primary accounts.
Now, are they all similar to Self? Because what I like about that is that monthly subscription that you paying
comes back to you.
It comes back to
90%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So towards the end, most of them, yes, they're going to be the same thing. Where at the end of the term, a percentage is going to come back to you.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's great, and it's like you got to think it's allowing you to save money simultaneously. So if you got money management issues, it's a great way that you can knock two birds out with one stone. Another thing I tell people to do is a lot of these credit unions will actually allow you something called like a pledge loan, or some credit unions call it a savings shared secure loan, where essentially you can use your own money to open up this loan. And the great thing about that is you're going to be able to, this is a hack I tell people, if you want to strengthen your report quick, go to like a Navy Fed, a DCU, Air Force Credit Union, and you can open up one of these pledge loans. Now, you can do it anywhere from $50 all the way up to how much ever you have, right? So let's say you use your money, you fund it. The next day, what you can do is you can call them and you let them know that you would like to pay down 90% of that loan. Right now, that money is going to be from the loan back into your checking account. So the money doesn't have to sit there for a long period of time. And what this does is now you have an account on your credit report that shows up as 90% paid down.